Guess what day it is? It's Wednesday.
It's Wednesday.
It's Wednesday. It's time for another training vlog, Sam. We're at the gym, obviously. We're stretching. Then we got some stuff to do. A lot of overhead squats today, huh?
Yep.
That'll be fun.
It's impossible to win if you never get up. It's impossible to lose if you never give up.
Thanks, Sam. Okay, I'm outside because the music's really loud inside and I want you guys to hear me, but also the traffic's really loud, so maybe it's just a lost cause and you'll never hear what I have to say. First up, we have some gymnastics work. It's actually supposed to be strict handstand push-up work, working on some deficit stuff, but I've got a little shoulder tweak that seems to only bother me during like strict handstand push-ups and strict press. So instead I'm gonna do some muscle up work. So I'm gonna work on some strict muscle ups, which I haven't done in a long time, so we'll see how that goes. So I modified the work. I was doing something different than everybody else, but it didn't hurt me and my shoulder is not worse because of it. So, you know, I think sometimes you kind of just have to be smart and listen to your body. If you don't listen to your body and you do end up getting injured, you're gonna be out for way longer and modifying for way longer than you would have if you just listened and gave that movement a rest that day. One of the things I love about the CrossFit philosophy, so to speak, is that it kind of forces you to leave your ego at the door. I like it because it reminds you that everybody had to start somewhere. There's always gonna be somebody better than you, and you really just can't compare yourself to other people. And also, don't be afraid to fail. We did this snatch EMOM, right? And it was really hard. And it's a full snatch. You couldn't power snatch it even if you were able to. You had to do 4 snatches at 70%, and then the next minute you had to do 3 at 80%, and then the next minute you had to do 2 at 85%, and then you rested for a minute. But also in between that, you're changing your weights. You know, it's a very technical movement. I failed a few of my snatches. You guys are gonna watch me. You'll see that I failed. And like, does that suck and does that bum me out? Yes. Was I the only one that happened to? No. Literally every single person that did this EMOM failed a couple snatches somewhere along the way. And that's okay. I don't wanna say you have to ride this fine line because I really don't think it's that complicated where you're like kind of teetering on this fence, but while you have to be safe and be smart and don't have an ego about certain things and scale workouts when you need to scale workouts, modify movements when you need to modify movements, at the same time, you're there to challenge yourself. So make sure you're challenging yourself. Don't scale and modify to sandbag the workout. Scale and modify because you're being smart and you want to get a good workout in, and that's what's going to push you without holding you back or hurting you. But if something is supposed to be a challenge, if it's supposed to be heavy, if it's supposed to be hard, take that opportunity to challenge yourself and don't be afraid to fail. Know when to be smart and to scale and to modify, and know when to push yourself. And this is something that you will figure out as you go. It's not something that you're gonna know how to do or when to do right off the bat. You're gonna kind of be unsure for a little while and eventually you'll figure it out. But, you know, I always say, when in doubt, ask your coach. If you're in a CrossFit gym, just ask your coach. That's what they're there for. It's their job. Say, hey coach, not sure how I should tackle this workout. What do you think? And then eventually you'll start to be able to answer some of those questions on your own, but I'm still constantly asking my coach those questions. Part of the cool thing about CrossFit is that it is infinitely scalable. There is always a modification to any movement in any workout that can be applied to any person. So take advantage of that and don't feel like you shouldn't scale a workout or that you are less than because you needed to or decided to scale a workout. Like for example, the workout I did today with Samantha was a 12-minute EMOM, On the odd minutes, we were supposed to do a 12-calorie assault bike, and then on the even minutes, we did a front rack hold with 95 pounds for 50 seconds. I have a hard time on the bike. I am not as big of a person. I struggle getting a lot of power on the bike. And so 12 calories in a minute is very, very hard for me and not something that I can maintain. And I knew that. And so even though Samantha was doing 12 calories and I was doing this workout with her, I decided I was gonna do 10 calories a minute because I know that I can do 10 calories a minute and I was gonna be able to maintain that level of work through the EMOM. Don't have an ego about scaling. Like, this is your workout. I know that oftentimes in CrossFit, you're in a class or you're working out with other people, but it's your workout. Like, this is your workout. You don't need to compare yourself to anybody but you and your own abilities and who you were yesterday and who you want to be tomorrow. Don't be embarrassed or feel crappy because you have to scale a workout. Everybody has had to scale a workout before, whether it's for injury or whether it's just because it was too heavy or too advanced, and like, that's the name of the game. I still end up having to scale workouts all the time. Samantha is a very difficult programmer and she gives me very difficult workouts. So don't be embarrassed about scaling the workout. Everyone has to start somewhere, right? And getting a good workout that's gonna make you a better athlete is more important than looking like you are already a better athlete. Anyway, don't be embarrassed in the gym because we have all started where you are. That's my main advice here. Don't be embarrassed, be smart, and challenge yourself. So, I'm home from the gym, like literally just home, still drinking my shake. And we're helping Frankie move today. She's been moving for the last couple days. Today's the last day. But fun fact, this is my apartment. I'm outside now. I'm gonna spin you around. And that's Frankie's apartment right there. So Frankie and I are gonna live in the same building now, which is gonna be very fun. Anyway, so we're gonna help her move for a little bit. Yay! What a duo.
Workout, guys.
Post-workout workout.
Post-workout. This is my cool down. This is my workout. Look at the tiny one. I can't even see her. She's inside the dresser. We're gonna go right here.